If you're watching this video, chances are you probably like things like weird Game Genie codes or ROM hacks. But today I want to talk about something that doesn't get nearly as much attention as the others. Scripts. Specifically Lua scripts used in emulators. Scripts can do a lot of interesting stuff with emulation. They can simulate controller inputs, read and write to memory, display stats, and even display what button you're pushing on the controller. Support for Lua scripting in emulators has been around for a while, going back to SNES 9X back in 2008. Many scripts have been written since then, though it seems that most of them are fairly old at this point. It never really took off the same way as ROM hacking, probably because it's a much higher bar to entry. And unfortunately, the world has not seen a large amount of creative uses of scripts. But there are some interesting ones, and in this video, I'm going to show you a few of them that I thought were pretty cool. Now, while these scripts are awesome, I wouldn't advise you to run out and start trying every Lua script you can find. If you don't know Lua, you need to understand that Lua is pretty powerful, and to put it into perspective, these scripts can do just about anything to your computer that an exe file can. So make sure you trust the script before you run it. But lucky for us, the standard FCEUX package comes with a bunch of scripts. So you don't need to search around for them and run ones that might do something nasty to your computer. However, like I said, these scripts have been around for a long time now, most of them not updated at all. So in my experience, they don't always work as intended. So first up, we've got the HUD overlay. This overlay provides you with stats about how long the current game has been running, along with showing the frames, lag, and the input display. I don't do speed running or anything like that, but I do gotta say that I love the input display on this script. It can be really interesting if you're watching someone play to see exactly how they handle the game. Next, we've got the Rewinder script. This is an excellent tool for practicing certain parts of levels, areas that give you trouble, or maybe just for people that like to cheat at games.
It's cheating.
This feature is on Switch nowadays, so it's commonplace, but this script here has been around since at least 2009, and it works perfectly. Next, let's check out some game-specific scripts. I thought this one was pretty interesting. Mega Man 2 Laser Eyes. This one was created back in, I believe, 2009 by Meow of MorphCat Games. Some of you might be familiar with their NES homebrew game, Micro Mages. This one's cool. What you do is hit select on the controller to shoot lasers out of your eyes and take out the closest enemy. I suppose you could use this one if there was a particular enemy that gave you trouble. But personally, I find it exceptionally difficult to not just spam the laser button and kill everything. Another cool thing with it is that you can pick up enemies using the mouse and reposition them on the screen. I love doing this. You can also toggle on and off the stats or sprite info by clicking the box at the top. If you're wondering why there are big boxes drawn all over the enemies and stuff, that's because this script doesn't work right anymore. What it's supposed to do is draw an outline on the enemies and not fill the box solid. With scripts like this one, it helps to load up an older version of FCEUX because they're more compatible. I'm using version 2.1.2 here, which is from around the time these scripts came out. It works better, but not perfect in my experience. This one looks like Mega Man's almost got laser nips. I also wanted to show you some of the interesting scripts I've come across for the original Super Mario Bros. SMB Mouse, or Super Mario Bros. Drag and Drop, is an amazing script that lets you pick up enemies and move them around. This one's a lot of fun to play around with, though I do gotta say that it's hard to move Mario around and have your hand on the mouse clicking and dragging the bad guys all around. I suppose it probably wouldn't be too bad if you're playing your emulator with a keyboard, but then you're using the keyboard and that sucks. I don't think it's been done, but what would be pretty cool to see would be a ROM hack designed around this, where you'd have to use the enemies to make it past parts of the level. I can only dream. Next up, we've got Super Mario Bros. Jetpack. Yep, that's right. A jetpack. Whoop. So this jetpack replaces the normal jump, which really does add a good challenge to the game. The jetpack only has so much power, and you need to stand still or just walk to recharge it. So you can't just spam it through the entire level. It gets kind of tricky because the jetpack still uses fuel when you just run along the ground. So there were a few times when I was expecting to jump, and it was a no-go. Unexpected things like that happen when you're trying to play through the game with this. It's a good challenge. Now this last script I want to show you today doesn't come with FCEUX, so I'll put a link to this one in the description. This is Super Mario Bros. Chaos Edition. What this script does is somewhat randomly screw up different parts of the game. One minute you're swimming around the level, next thing you know the whole thing has gone haywire. It's a pretty funny script. I really like this one, because you don't really know what to expect or when to expect it. Perhaps we've got to try and do a playthrough of this one on the channel. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this one. So yeah, that's just a taste of the scripts that are out there. Honestly, there's not a massive amount, but the ones that I've found are honestly a lot better than I was expecting, based on how very little I've heard about emulator scripting. Like I said, there are some compatibility issues in some of the scripts, but for the most part are still playable. So yeah, if any of this stuff looks interesting to you, you can grab a copy of FCEUX and check them out. I'll put links to some of the script stuff I found in the description. Check it out, it's a lot of fun. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like on it. And if you're new to this channel, I talk about all sorts of obscure retro gaming stuff, so subscribe if you'd like more of that. I'll see you guys soon with a new video. Goodbye.